All right, so this is the kitchen project for today. I had bought these off of Amazon, and because my doors were on the lower, or my cabinets, I guess I should say, are on the lower side of, you know, the expensive ones, this panel in here is not very thick. So you can't screw directly into this because otherwise it would just bust through. So I also didn't know if I wanted this to be my organizational method. So this is kind of like a test to see, can I also fit, you know, a good amount of stuff into these cabinets with it being this way, and have all the drawer or all the lid storage that I needed to be able to. And it worked out perfectly, except for the fact that these on the other side, they these are little hooks for Christmas lights outside, and the sticky backing ones, even though I put so many of them hoping that because they didn't have a pound ratage on them, right, because it's Christmas lights, but I tried to put different sticky things back behind them that said that they would support more weight, and put more of them hoping that this could be a removable situation if I didn't like it. Well, I love it, but they started coming apart because of the weight of the lids. So here is my solution to said problem. Now, what I would do, or something I didn't realize necessarily, for the placement of the bottom of this, you should keep your cabinet closed. And then I basically went on this side of it and adjusted the height of where this would be and marked it essentially, so that way this part of the bar is sitting up above the top part of the cabinet, and making sure that when I put lids up in here, can this actually be usable? Because once it starts to close, you can see the height difference here, and even it goes in an angle. I store the larger lids down at the bottom and then go smaller at the top to be able to help with that, but you want to make sure that it's positioned in a good way so that you can actually really use it. And not sure if it'll be able to show you. Oh yeah, it's light enough in there. So really, once they're in there, it's going to take up a little bit of space for sure, but I am able to have all of these things in here as they are and still have the lids in there once they're placed. So the hardware that I decided to use for these, I got from Lowe's. You get them in the little specialty drawers. I bought these as well as this size. So this size would actually like work perfectly for around them. However, the distance when you put these on here, let me get this adjusted. So if you can see, the distance of the clip is not over far enough. So even though it would look better because it would sit tighter, I was not able to center the lid rack thing and be able to get a good screw placement. So I ended up using the larger ones for that. And I think that this seems like it would work. I kind of thought maybe I would put this size of ones down here, one on either side, just to give it a little bit of extra support, because they are kind of heavy because they're glass lids, and I would rather have it more supportive. I also chose, when I put these here, to make it be at a point that when the weight comes down on it, this is going to help to support the weight here as well as the weight here. So hopefully this will have some longevity to it, and I won't, my biggest concern is I didn't want to do any long-term damage to the cabinets and have it look nice and neat. So they do also have these types of clips in the electrical aisle. However, they're very thin, and I have them some other places in my house holding up like towel racks and things. But they're just not as sturdy and better quality of plastic. So I would suggest going to get these from the specialty drawers that they have at Lowe's or Home Depot down all the screw aisle. And then wouldn't really make a difference because you need to make sure that you get the screws for the depth of your your door. But I did buy these ones, and just by themselves, let's see here, I guess I'll go the other way. They would have a little bit of room, but because of how far that plastic sits out, you know, it really only goes through there. And you really want to be careful too. I did not do pilot holes in these, but you have to do it very, very slow, because this wood will crack like quicker than other, especially in, like, we're in Colorado, or I'm in Colorado, so it's very dry anyway. So just take it nice and slow, and I will, after I get this other one done, I'll put all my lids in here and show you the final storage. Say hi, Lola. So you want the kitchen to be done, huh? You do. All right, be back. Okay, so here is this side here. And I did try to organize, so all of my lids with the round tops I have on one side, and you can see, you know, it's still got good clearance when it sits inside of here. This top one, like, you could also have it sit there and have a little bit more clearance, just, you know, whatever. And some of these you do have to, like, pull this lid back a little bit to be able to get up into that one, but it's pretty flexible. And then closes all the way. This one's the same way. I put this guy up here and just kind of have it hanging out in there. The bottom ones with these handles, I did find it's better to do that, because then it has a little bit more flexibility back and forth to be able to get this lid up and out of here like so. And this covers most of all of my lid storage. And then I also have over here in this cabinet, this guy for all of my little smaller lids. So I hope that helps you guys with how to be able to attach these to your cabinets. Okay, so I wanted to come back real quick and show something. This cabinet door, for whatever reason, was not closing completely, so I had to put the my phone on the inside to be able to see it. So all I needed to do was make sure that this lid was going to be sitting on, like, this back ridge back here. Instead, it was sitting down here in this more upright position, and so it was getting caught on this part right here. So all I had to do was make it be at that angle, and then now that door shuts completely fine, like no issues. And this side, I did notice, because of that large lid, that it is pretty close into there. So making sure that, sorry, I was trying to look at where this little knobby hole is, because it can slide a little bit back and forth, just because it's not, like, sitting in this placement completely, because it's a handle like that. So it can, you know, have good clearance, but I would just have to say you need to be more kind to them, which, if you have children who are putting away your things crazy, that might not be able to happen. But they close absolutely perfectly with no problems. So wanted to make sure that that was clear.